Okay, we're going to be talking about subtracting mixed numbers. But first, we got to review how to change a mixed number into a improper fraction, because if we can't do that, we're not going to be able to do the adding and subtracting easily. So here I have a mixed number, right? It's a mixed number because I have a whole number right here and a fraction right there. Okay, so the way that we change a mixed number into an improper fraction is that we times the top number and the bottom number. So we got 4 times 2 equals 8, and then we add that to the top number. So we have 8 plus 1 equals 9, and then we write that over our unit. So 4 1/2 is the same as 9 halves, right? So let's try that. Let's try another one. And let's do, okay, so let's try 5 2/3. Well, I multiply the top of the big number by the bottom number, so I got 5 times 3 equals 15, and then I add the top number, so 15 plus 2 equals 17, and then I put that number over my unit, so I have 17/3, right? Awesome stuff, y'all. So now we will let you try one. So I'll do 6 2/4. All right, so I'll stop in 3, 2, 1. And boom. So right here, we see that I did 6 times 4 gives me 24. 24 plus 2 equals 26. And so my answer is going to be 26/4. Right? Awesome. Awesome. So let's try one more on your own. And we'll do 7 9/10. Okay, and I'm going to stop it in 3, 2, 1. So here we have all done for you. I times my big number by my bottom number, my denominator, my whole number by my denominator, and that gives me 7 times 10 equals 70. And then I add that to my numerator. 70 plus 9 equals 79, right? And so I take that number and I put it over the denominator, and that gives me 79/10. Okay? So now we have to talk about adding or subtracting today. We're going to be doing subtracting. So let's work through one. I will do 5 4/8 minus 4 5/8. So the first thing I'm going to do is change this into an improper fraction, both of these. So over here I got 5 times 8 equals 40. 40 plus 4 equals 44. And that gives me 44/8. And then over here, I'm going to have 4 5/8. And I'm going to do 4 times 8 equals 32. And then I do 32 plus 5 equals 37. Then I'll have 37/8. So we got them both. They both in eighths, right? So we're in the same unit, same denominator, which is what we want, a common denominator. And then now we can subtract 44 minus 37. Well, I got 44 minus 37. And so I gotta borrow a 1. 14 minus 7 is 7. 3 is 0. So I have 7. So my answer is going to be 7/8, which works out because my answer is a fraction. And it's not an improper fraction. So I don't have to do anything. The top number is smaller than the bottom number. So I'm all done with that. Okay. So here we have another 5 1/6 minus 1 3/6. I'm going to go through the same operation. I'm going to convert them both of these mixed numbers into improper fractions, and then I'm going to go from there. So we have 5 times 6 equals 30, and 30 plus 1 equals 31. So I have 31/6. And then over here, I have 1 times 6 equals 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. It gives me 9/6. And now I just got to do 31 minus 9, right? So 31 minus 9. I got to borrow a 1 to make that 11. That gives me 2. And 2 minus 0 is 2. So I have 22 over my unit is 6. But we have a problem. This is an improper fraction. Yep. So we got to change it back to a mixed number. And remember, the way that we do that is we count the multiples of 6 or we count the multiples of the denominator until we get past the numerator. So we go 6, 12, 18, 24, and right there I've gone over my 22. So that's too much. I'm going to circle my 18 because it's the one right below it, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 multiples of 3. So my answer is going to have a 3, and then I minus the top number by the circled number. So 22 minus 18, you need a lot of space to show all this work, is going to be 4, right? 4 what? 4/6. But I'm not done, am I? No, I'm not. Right? I got to get this 4/6 simplified, right? I can simplify 4/6 down to 2/3. I subtract them both or divide them both by 2, and that gives me to 2/3, and that's as small as I can go. So if you get 3 and 4/6, you're in the right ballpark. But remember, we always have to check our fraction and see if it can be simplified. Okay?